I have learned over my years in life of things that are very valuable in life to make life a lot easier. And one of them things is to learn to know when to say it's enough. And that is so broad of different things in life. Like if you got a bad job, know when it's time, when it's you had enough, that you're not taking at your value what you are, what you're giving to the company. When they are treating you as nothing but a number, you clock in, you do the work, you clock out, and they really not showing that they really care of your dedication of being there on the job. Know when to say it's enough. If you let that kind of stuff keep going on, it gets very stressful. And that is a toxic environment to be in. And you got to learn to know when to say, I've had enough. I'm not valued enough to be respected. They just treating you as a number. You're getting work done, and that's it. They don't do anything but treat you as a number, as I say, because only thing they are looking for is the bottom line, and it's a number, and they're just trying to make money. And as long as you're there, they just gonna let you work. It's just like I'm retired, and I have to use that logic as well. Know when it's enough. When the time comes, you know it's enough. Even though I'm not working, but I still have to use that in my life. The amount of clients I have that I provide internet for, I can see at the rate that it's going, the amount of time it takes for me to accomplish of getting all the installs done, very little to no maintenance or service calls of things breaking down, unless when a lightning strike comes, and yeah, it can take out some things. Twice in 1 week, I had one CPE. No, let's see, it was an AP, point to point link. Storms came by for a week, took it out. 1 or 2 days came by and hardly any storms, so I went and replaced it. And lo and behold, the next week, more electrical storms, and but daggone if it didn't take out the exact same radio. And I'm waiting for some radios to come in so I can replace it, because it's not radios that I normally have, because it's the backhaul and the infrastructure that gets it from point to point, not to the customers itself. From one tower to another tower is what the radios do. And that's just something you don't keep on hand. I keep at least one. Well, I had to put that one up in the same week. So it is crazy. But you got to know when enough is enough in life. And it don't matter what it is. So with the amount of people I have at this time, I know about how far and how many more I can get before I would actually have to physically get somebody to help me to accomplish what I'm doing by myself right now. I mean, I can put in more time, but that's not how retirement works. Retirement is it's a hobby. It takes very little bit of your time. It keeps you just, moving, and so you're not just sitting still and rotting away. And from looks of things, about 300 and 350 clients is about where I'm going to cut it off at. So that gives me the opportunity to take maybe one, maybe two more parks, medium parks, and that would be enough for myself to be able to handle. I know that it's going to be enough. I can just let it keep going, but then it starts to get in the realm of it's not a hobby anymore. It's becoming a business. And I would have to treat it as such. And I don't want to do that. So I have to cut it off somewhere and say, nope, this is enough. This is where I have to stop. Now, I still will help other people to set up their own system so they can run it themselves and install themselves. I'll talk to them on the phone and maybe go out there if I'm not doing anything, if I got some free time, if I'm not traveling or anything. Usually I can talk to them on the phone and be able to help them to even program the equipment so it will not hinder on me actually traveling. And speaking of traveling, I've been thinking the last week of looking for another place to go. So that's very soon to be something I'm going to be doing. I don't know if it's going to be in this month of June. It's probably going to be in July, and it's probably not going to be on 4th of July weekend. It's going to be after. I don't want to get in that mess anywhere. I see so many people that get a degree in college and they will live religiously by that degree, that they have to be in that field, which is all well and good. But if they're not willing to do what it takes to get them in that field, move to another town, another state, then what's the purpose of having the degree in the first place? I've seen so many people tie themselves down because they don't want to leave their hometown. You got to cut ties. You got to say it's enough. That this town was my life at one time. I got a new life. I got to move on. But so many keep complaining, I can't find a job. I can't find a job. While you ride down the road, look on every corner, we're hiring. Oh, that's not what I went to college for. Then move to a town that has them jobs. You got to know when to say it's enough. Only like 30% of people that go to college actually stay in or get in the field of what their degree is actually in. I just don't understand that the ones that is in that 70% is just so hard-headed, they say, and just not willing to do what it takes to get in that field. It may be a good field, but it's not in every town. You got to know when it's enough. You know when to make that move and better yourself. You can't keep staying in the same place, keep doing the same thing over and over and expect that you're going to have a different outcome by doing the exact same thing. And that goes for a lot of things in life. I like the capability of, in the cell phone itself, that I found, it shows you how much screen time that you use your phone. And I see that last week I used it for 22 hours and 20 minutes, and that's total everything. And then you have an option to turn things on underneath that, and it will break it down by apps, how long you used each app of that 22 hours. I use Google Voice for 17 hours and 36 minutes. Now, I've tried it of calling pretty much all week. And then I tried texting. It adds up the exact same way. It don't matter if I'm calling somebody or somebody calling me or somebody texting me, or as long as I got that app open, it counts it. So it don't break it down if it's voice or text. It shows that I use Chrome for 2 hours and 32 minutes for the week. That can be as simple just surfing the net looking for something, or placing an order on Amazon or Ubiquity. I use messages that's actually in the phone itself, not a third party like Google Voice, for 1 hour and 12 minutes. I read that wrong. I wrote it down, read it wrong. It's 22 hours and 20 minutes for a week of social, which would be the podcast and watching YouTube. It's 37 hours and 42 minutes of screen time total of everything. When that screen's on, it was 37 hours. 8 hours and 23 minutes of that is Google Maps. It means I was driving to or fro wherever I may be going. Now, the UISP software, rather, I'm setting up equipment, checking on somebody's equipment, whatever it may be, rebooting something, checking to see from the notification I get that a site's gone out. I look and have it up on a screen and then log into my backhaul and see if it's actually their modem, if they have an alert in my account saying there's something that's affecting and making an outage in that area. So I know it's not my equipment, so I can send the information through email to all the clients, say, hey, it's not my equipment. Usually 99% of the time it's not. It's the backhaul. With all this heat, it does not surprise me. But just using the UISP for a week, which pretty much that is the program I use doing anything with the internet, installing, moving from one place to another, or programming. There's only 4 hours and 39 minutes. That means my hobby, I'm only doing really 4 hours and 39 minutes screen time of that. Now, some of the driving will be going to the location. So if you add that up, say half of the driving time, say 8 hours, and then voice is 17, somewhere around 15, 20 hours a week is all I'm really doing anything with clients. So it's not really taking much of my time. Now, not all calls or text that I use on Google Voice is actually related to the internet. So I would say more 12 or 15 hours a week. A day and a half. That's it. It's all I'm doing with the internet. And I can see where it would get me up to 20, 25 hours maybe if I do a lot of installs. But after I install, it will be running by itself. So you have to know when to say it's enough. I have been doing a few, but I don't record them all because it's just repeating the videos. It's just a different location. It's not really anything different. Maybe the looks of where I put the CPE and all, but nothing unique of its own. But I have ordered some APs that I will be doing some point to point at the last RV park that I got. But it's just really not much to show. I just don't want to keep making videos that basically are the same. I just enjoy life. I mean, I have people email me and I help them with their equipment, getting them started. I just want to get back to traveling. And I don't want to get overwhelmed of feel like I'm actually running a internet business. I want to keep it as a hobby. And I have to say and know when to say is enough. And that goes for a lot of things in life. You got to know when to say it's enough. Something that's getting too much, you have to say it's enough. Something that keeps happening over and over and over and over, you have to say, I'm sorry, but I had enough. Get away from it. Keep your life going. Sometimes you don't like to do away with some things in your life, but you know if you do, life is going to be better. Some things that keeps happening in life that is very stressful, no fault of your own. You can't control what other people do, but you control what you do. So don't let other people control you. Don't let others hinder. Don't let other people alter your happiness in life. Thank you for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.